it's me, Tiefy, and we're doing some more Diablo 3. And, so where we left off last time was beginning to explore the oasis. But I went back to town after doing a little bit of it, so that's where we're going to start tonight's game. So, that should be fun. Unfortunately, what it means... Hello! Unfortunately, what it means is that even though I already did some of the oasis... Thank you! Even though I did some of the oasis in my previous game, it means we're gonna have to go through it a little bit more, just because there is...
Interesting one, aren't you? I wonder if your friends know what you truly are.
Just what are you implying?
Exactly.
All
Hello!
will be revealed in
Hello,
time.
dinosaur. Good to see you. Oh, he's trying to be spooky and mean to us. But that's okay. We're not bothered by that. We're brave. Okay, so based on this objective, thank you so much. Based on this objective, we are going to try to find our way into the oasis, or more like the waterway in the oasis. So, I have never played this game before, really. I have in, of course, earlier streams, but this is my first playthrough, so please do not be surprised if it takes me a little bit to figure out where I'm going and how to do some things, even though... Who is throwing fireballs? Those little fire motes at me. I don't like that. So I'm going to be doing my best to do what I can with what I have. Okay, what a bad time to try to check my map. So I'm going to be doing the best that I can. Oh, yay, I forgot actually that I had uploaded an emote finally for you all to use. I'm glad you like it.
You see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
Ooh. No, get away. I don't want to... Okay, let's slow you down. Oh, of course, they pop out of that head she put on them. Of course. Haha. My bit of lightning struck you down. My goddess must not like you. Which is fine by me, because I don't like you either.
I want more time to explore the great library of Chaldean when this is all over.
See? You're more like your uncle than you realized.
Maybe. But they've got to have books on the Black Soul Stone in Asmodan. Something that will help me understand his theories.
Oh, thanks. See, I would love to be able to find that library too. I love a good book, and I love a big library. Considering I am casting from one as I speak. My family's library, of course. But it would be very fun to find an ancient mystical library and go in there and read all those interesting books. Find out all those interesting secrets. Okay, so before I get too ahead of myself here, I was going to check that map and make sure I'm on right track here. And that was not the right button for the map. Okay. So I am gonna have to find my way. As I said, I have not really done this game before, so I'm not playing based off of a lot of knowledge about how this area is. So everyone, if you feel like giving me some hints while I'm playing, if they are relevant, please feel free to do so. I am a little bit directionally challenged, and you just warped right in here with me, didn't you? Come on! Well, if you're gonna warp, come on! Come back in here! Get slowed! I dare you, come on! Here, have some disintegration ray, how about that? Okay, I'm gonna pick up that item. It looks kind of interesting here, so. Ooh. Alright. So I did go through a bit of this, in my stream on Monday, but it's gonna be pretty much like I haven't really been through this before, just because I've had a lot going on this week and my memory is kind of not that good right now, but we're going to go through this the best we can. I would be talking a whole lot more, but there was a lot of activity. Okay. Here, I see all you lovelies chatting with me. I'm gonna take a second when I'm not being attacked on all sides to read what y'all are writing me. Turned into chickens. Yeah, that is extra funny, but it's really useful, because it means that they cannot do as much of their annoying little magics and things when they're in that chicken form. Okay, so I see we have a little blinking spot over here, and it says on the map that is the aqueduct that we are looking for, which is good. I thought that I was really gonna get turned around. If some of you have been around for my earlier streams of this game, you know that I got a little bit turned around. And I did go into the ruins in my last game. Could you all tell me if I need to go in there again for anything? I already got the head, but I don't know if they're gonna have put something new in there since I'm restarting this. Since I know that some things in the game do reset. So if you want to weigh in and say if I should bother going in here again, I'll wait a few seconds before getting too far. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes, I already did get the head, but you know, I never know with this game. Sometimes I go through an area and it's like, oh look, some lore I didn't get before, or some other item I didn't get before. So. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, this is a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I can see that, and I'm trying to run away from him as fast as I can. Whoa! Everybody just cool down, just slow down. I'm about... Oh, nope, I'm the one who got frozen. I gotta get out of that before it's a bad day for me.
I learned much from that.
Okay.
I miss searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Deckard, even though it did have its dangerous side. I can't tell you how many times I had to drag him away from an army of skeletons because he was fixated on some dusty old tapestry.
Okay, so that right there is, I've said this before, I've said this before in other streams, that the stuff with Leah and her uncle really does not make a lot of sense, because she doesn't believe him, and yet she was the one going with him on various exploits since she was a child. So I'm just left kind of wondering, okay, then if that's the case, and I'm gonna deal with that noise later, so I can actually have a minute to finish talking. Yeah, I saw that there was this cavern over here, and now, since I know I didn't go in any place like that last time, I thought this would be a great thing to explore, and also give me a moment to just chat. And that's fine if you need to step away for a second and make some chocolate milk. You can. I would love some, but only if you could somehow teleport it over. Then I might drink it. So, what I was gonna say is, those of you who have joined me for other streams, you kind of know by now that I have that issue with Leah, and I'm probably gonna have that issue with her a lot, because that is one part of the writing in this game that I really wish they would have done a little bit better, but it's okay. It doesn't ruin the game for me. This is actually one of my favorite games because it's one of the few games that I can play well. As a streamer and a VTuber and a tiefling with a disability, my options can be very limited.
The rockworm may very well be the ugliest creature ever to blight the world with its presence. Bereft of any features aside from its massive jaws, the rockworm appears to be a giant invertebrate. I should like to
love
study
that
it further,
accent.
but its burrowing tendencies make it extraordinarily difficult to track.
Why do you think the Coven does what it does? What drives people to evil?
People will do anything for power.
I don't know why.
That's true.
Power can be a terrible burden.
Yes, says the apparent mage who has a lot of power that just exploded out of her that she doesn't know what to do with. Frankly, I like the powers that I have and like my playable character has, because as mages and wizards, we've had to grow our power. So in that way, I think if you work to become powerful, it's not so much of a burden. And if you are a person with good intentions, I don't think that power should be a bad thing. Ew! Ew, I forgot those did that! Ew, okay. Well, that's just what I needed to see this evening. Okay, let me... What? I heard something. That's how you can track one of those. Use your ears, but by then it's probably gonna be too late. So, how is everyone doing tonight? I'm doing pretty well. I wasn't feeling very great earlier, but I am feeling better now. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's not like they're gonna give me anything nice. Here, would you like some stomach bile? No, thank you. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. Hello, worm. Bye, worm. I disintegrated you. Bye-bye. My mother would have really loved to have an ability like that when the kingdom had to deal with some giant worms. They were nasty. I wasn't born then, but my mother likes to tell that story a lot. About how they not only dealt with giant worms, but they dealt with a worm queen. I bet she would have loved to have a disintegration ray.
When this is over, I could open my own little inn somewhere, if I live.
I don't think that life is for me.
Well, if you ever want a job, I will consider your credentials.
So kind.
Like worms. As in big giant worms, not a worm like a dragon. So my mother likes to tell that story about how they had to deal with these giant worm creatures, and they even had to deal with a queen worm. And she likes to tell us kids that there were plenty of eggs that she enjoyed destroying and making sure did not live to see the light of day. Yeah, if it were a dragon, that would have been a lot more for my mother and my family to deal with, though I'm sure that they would have dealt with it just fine. Okay, it looks like we have a couple of different pathways here, so it's might take me some backtracking. I hope you guys do not mind. That's just kind of the way I like to play this game. I really like to just go see where everything's at. But it does mean that I'll have to work my way through the map a little bit. Kind of back the way I came. Settle down. But yeah, I know that for those of you who have probably played this before, I don't have the most...
I never imagined such a creature.
I don't have the most direct approach compared to maybe some other gamers, but I like to enjoy myself and take my time and get frozen. That's really fun too. There might be a little bit of that. So if you don't mind, then watching me play tonight will be fun. Yes, I do have a Discord. I have a Discord specifically for VTubers with disabilities.
Seeing the world.
But not like this, eh?
Yes, it's not like it was.
You have no idea.
I do have a Discord, but it's for VTubers with disabilities. But if you want to chat with me. I am on Discord myself, Tiefyweefy. I do chat with some of the people who are not in my group that way. Other than that, I don't really have a Discord like some of these other VTubers and my other friends who have a Discord specifically for them. Mostly VTubers with disabilities is for my main Discord group, but yes, I'm personally on Discord myself, and we have a cluster of spiders to deal with. But thank you, Collie, for bringing my attention to that, because I was so focused on these mods, I was not really paying attention so much to chat. I'm gonna try to be a little bit better at that. Okay, let me just quickly... Okay, so we went around in a loop. And when you say you almost had to apologize on your ancestors' behalf, does that mean you have some dragon blood in you? Well, yeah, it does require a bit of my focus, but I also like being able to chat while I'm playing. It just means I need to give myself time to have breathing room before I just rush right in to do more battle. I think being able to chat with you all is is one of the big reasons that I like being able to do things like this on Twitch, where I actually get to interact with the people who are here with me instead of just doing something where I upload a video to YouTube, which I have done in the past. It's kind of lonely by comparison, so
Tell me
I
about
also...
this inn you want to open.
Yeah.
The world is so dangerous. Everybody needs a quiet, safe place to rest and recover. A way station on their journeys.
You must make your own safety.
And I will.
Wow. Unlike the character I'm playing in this game, I would actually have a nicer response to Leah, at least in terms of that. I think that's kind of a nice idea that she has to set up an inn, but it just seems kind of weird too, since we have a cursed chest, which is going to open up a big old battle scenario, which I will do.
Away with you!
Exactly, go away. Love the trio of ladies talking. Yes, I do too. An inn, eh? Sounds like something my character would love to have. Yes, from what I know of you, Collie, it does sound like something that would fit you very nicely. You are very hospitable, and you have a lot of magic that would serve you well in such a setting. Alright, let's do this. I have done one of these cursed chests before. It was pretty fun, and I was lucky enough to succeed at doing it. So let's see if we can do it again. I hope I can. Oh, great. goes. Oh great, there's Maria. How nice.
I am so good. I astound myself.
I mean, I'm all for having confidence, but ugh. Okay, it looks like I unlocked some new skills, and we did it! Yay! Yay, we did it again. I was thinking I might not do as well. I got a really big combo last time, but that's fine.
Angels and demons. Now I would give anything to hear him tell his tales again.
See, that's the problem, is the whole time her uncle was with her, she was not giving him the time of day. And now she's just like, oh, I wish he were here so he could tell me his stories. Well, first of all, Leah, quit calling them stories. They're not. I would know. I write stories for a living. Or at least one of the other things I enjoy doing when I'm not casting. I would know what's a story and what isn't. Your uncle quite obviously knew what he was dealing with. He was quite obviously right about this whole situation. It wasn't a story. Anyway, let's see what's in this chest. We got a lot of gold and a little bit of equipment, and we have another chest over here. More gold, some more equipment. I do also see that we have some new equipment in here, obviously. I did get some new skills. I might check that out in a little bit here, or I could do it now. If you guys don't mind, I can just take a quick look. Okay, so we got some new stuff here. I'm gonna just see what this is. Power of the Storm. Reduce the arcane power cost of all skills while storm armor is active. I still really like the lightning damage though, so I'm probably not going to do anything with that right now. Because I really do like it. So I'm probably not gonna mess with what's not broken. I'm gonna check this. Okay. Looks like we have a new thing for the Hydra. I'm probably not gonna mess with that either right now.
I'll never forget the fights I used to get in when I was a child.
Why were you fighting?
The other children thought I was strange. They tormented me mercilessly.
And that's also what I find hilarious, is that Leah picks the weirdest times to share enough of her story to try to make us more compassionate to her. I don't like hearing that she got made fun of and that other kids were very mean to her. Of course, I don't like hearing that, but come on. You know, they're kids and that's what kids do. And, you know, you kind of gotta deal with it, and I would know because having a disability kind of makes you the odd one, and so little kids notice that very readily. So let me just look at this forked lightning. Critical hits released charged bolts that travel in random directions, and the electrocute damage turns
Should
to
I find
fire.
some new attire? These old things are becoming so small.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so would there be any value to changing the rune or just keeping it as chain lightning? I like the chain lightning myself, but since I haven't played this before, if some of you think that this might be a better one to switch to, I would be willing to try it out. And Collie, you say, but not all kids are that way, just the not well-behaved ones. That's true. That's true. Thankfully, I've met a lot of nice people in my life overall. I mean, it probably doesn't hurt that I'm a princess. But yeah. That's okay, Rosalith. It's fine. If you gotta go, you do what you gotta do. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I will go ahead and keep the runes I have on then for now.
Do you ever think about what Alaric said? That you
Okay.
are Nephilim?
If
As
you gotta
flattering as it
head
is to
out,
think of
then
myself in those
go
terms,
ahead and
I
do
believe
that.
our friend
School is
Alaric may
really
be a bit
important.
mad.
I think he might have been right.
So
There is
that's the
something
priority. Thank you for
special
joining me. I really appreciate it. As I said, Leah is picking now to be extremely talkative. She has not really been this way for much of the game, and now she's dropping all these little bits about her childhood when I'm focusing on a bunch of other stuff. But it's okay. That's actually what I like about this game. I like the attention to detail that they've actually put into conversations that happen while you're playing, not just by stopping and having to talk to an NPC. Wow, a lot of good stuff. Also, I have a good robo pet who picked up most of that for me without me having to do anything. Which is also a really nice accessibility feature of this game, is the fact that they allow you to have something like a pet. Some items back there. Okay, I'm gonna go back and make sure I get them then. Oh, yes, you're right. Thank you, Collie. Thank you so much for letting me know. For some reason, I thought my little pet got all of them. Or at least it looked like it did there for a second. So thank you for telling me to go back. I really appreciate it. Worm, get out of here. Nobody wants you. Well, I see that now. It doesn't always do that. So, I guess it's good to know going forward. It's hard to believe we're still in this little bonus cavern, but I like it. It's nice and calm, relatively speaking, compared to out there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope. Figures spawn right on top of my head. Take a big old chomp out of me, why don't you? Which is pretty easy because Tiefy is super small. Ugh.
Revel in your victory, my friend.
I will revel in my victory for as long as it lasts. Okay, I want to pick up the diamonds. Thank you. And I'm gonna put on my armor here. Because I realized I did not have it on.
Even though I haven't been here for years, I'll always think of Chaldeum as home.
I feel the same. Where you spend the best parts of your childhood will always seem like home, I suppose.
It's more than that. This is where I first met Uncle Deckard. I really miss him.
Wow. Okay. So you met your Uncle Deckard in Chaldeum. I guess that makes sense since that's where we found your mother here too. Okay. I mean, that's some fascinating information to know. I just wish we had more lore earlier on in the game to help these pieces fit better into place, so we could really appreciate this, not just as a game, but as a story. And as someone who does a lot of writing, I really enjoy stories, and
Just over there!
I enjoy them even more when I'm really given time to appreciate appreciate the different aspects of a character's experience or their life. And when I just kind of get tidbits of someone's story without the chance to really appreciate or get the full meaning behind it, it makes me sad. Because there's a lot of things about Leah's character and her uncle and her relationship with him that could have been really powerful if they were given enough time to breathe. And while they did a lot of good things in this game, that's one of the things that I just don't think they did very well. They waited until Uncle Deckard was already gone to give you these bits and pieces of the story, and I feel like they would have been really relevant to earlier bits. I really think they would have helped sell this relationship that they were trying to build, I feel, with Uncle Deckard and his niece. And I really think it would have been better for them to have a really intimate relationship in that way, as far as really being connected with each other, instead of having this dialogue of where she's like, oh, it's my crazy uncle and his stories. And I've said this before, but I guess it bears repeating, is that he's not and was never out of his mind. He was a venerated religious scholar, and you just kind of treated his wisdom and stuff like it wasn't any of that. And as a writer, I think that's a huge and unnecessary, disservice to what probably a bunch of artisans and writers spent time making. Okay, I'm gonna really have to check the map now to see how to get over where I'm supposed to get over.
Since you arrived, there are traces of his magic everywhere.
the map. Which is probably not gonna take me where I need to go. But I'm gonna just look down here and see what's down here. If it's just a bunch of enemies, I'm gonna have to, you know, go a different way to do what I'm doing. Okay. So that was just a little tiny area. So it's looking like I need to go well, thank you for saying my perspective is interesting. I did study a lot about literature and the art of storytelling and the power of storytelling. That's what I had my focus on. So I guess you could say I'm a bit of an expert, but I don't want that to come across in an egotistical way. It just is probably one of the reasons that I care a lot about stories and not just fictional stories, but the stories that make up culture and make up a sense of place and a sense of identity. Stories matter a lot. They have a lot of power. And that's one of the dialogues that I'm keen on talking about as it relates to disability. That's why as a streamer, even though I'm sitting here doing some games tonight in front of my scribe ball, my goal is not to just do games. I think that they're definitely fun to play, but when you have a disability like I do, first of all, your options for games yes, it is the Azula Zap. Your options for games, for me anyway, as a VTuber and a tiefling with a disability, tend to be more limited than the average streamer. And that is something that I do want to use this platform to bring more awareness to. But it's one of the main reasons that playing games is one of the only things I do as a streamer is not really an option for me, just because I already don't have a lot of options for games to play. And that's not something I feel bad about, but it just gives me even more reason to make different kinds of content and have different kinds of discussions, which is a big reason that I am here
Need more time.
doing what I'm doing. So I do have an honest question for those of you watching. I know that up on the further part of the map here, it did signal that this is where the aqueduct is. But I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna have to go around to reach it. Would that be correct? Because I do not believe there is a way for me to reach it here, so it kind of looks like I'm gonna have to go over here and try to wrap around. So it also means I should probably stop going in the direction I'm going, even though there are enemies that I could slay. It probably means I should just, okay, closer to where the yellow gate and shaded area is. Okay, so I'm seeing something pop up on my map. And it says it's the ancient waterway. So I'm definitely assuming that's where I'm supposed to go. So I need to head back over this way and wrap myself around. I hope I read that right, because if not even these game artisans know how to help a Tiefy.
This darkness makes me tired.
1,500 years of sleep was not enough for you?
Oh!
I was only jesting.
Jeez. Goddess, help me. She cannot take a joke, can she? I am not at all like this wizard, I'm telling you. I just picked her because she's, you know, she's close to what I am, which is a wizard, but good goddess. There is such a thing as a sense of humor, and even I know that.
You will not enter the aqueducts!
Yes I will. Just watch me. Just watch me, chicken butt. I'm gonna enter in. You can't do anything about it. Up. No. It's not gonna do any good if I'm sitting here being cocky and then I die because I'm sitting in the middle of a bunch of lightning.
Could be of use to us.
Okay. Okay, we did that. Yes. This wizard definitely has some vicious mockery, so do I, but the difference between the wizard I'm playing and the wizard I am is I only say vicious mockery for people who actually deserve it, because words can really hurt and they can really do some damage. So yes, I see that. This little TV might not see much, but yeah, I see I can cross the bridge, and I probably will. Before I do, is there any point in kind of going around and looking some more, or should I just get myself in the aqueduct and just deal with that kind of stuff? I mean, sure, there's always more monsters I could go throw magic at, but I guess since I'm here, and since it took me a little bit to figure that out, might as well go in.
I can open this gate for you.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can, and I'm sure you want us to go inside. Like, oh, sure, this is not gonna be dangerous. Oh, that's some. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
Emperor Hakan?
No time for pleasantries.
That's.
I think I may have uncovered Bilal's assumed identity. I'm very close.
Very
But
close.
here's what you need to
Okay.
know. To find Cool's blood, you'll need to get through the aqueducts.
Oh, great.
There are 2 levers that control the entrance beneath the waterfall.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Have you located Belial?
Not yet, but I have some ideas. It is difficult. I have many advisors and other attendants close to me day and night. I will find him.
I don't trust that kid. Because if you were here for last stream, you would know that basically when we just tried to go have a nice conversation with him about maybe some things that were going on with his guards and maybe some infiltration of some rumored demonic entities at the time, he basically was like, "Get out!" And then the demons kind of showed up. So I don't really trust him, even though he's been showing up in different parts, being like, "I'm here to help you, and I had to treat you that way because of my guards or because of other people, and I didn't want them doing things to you." This Tiefy has some insight, and I think that something fishy is going on here. I'm not sure what. But considering there have been a lot of individuals using some alter self magic, making themselves look different than what they are, and I'm kind of nervous about Leah's mother for that reason. I don't know if we can trust this child emperor.
How are you able to appear before us?
Exactly.
They keep close watch on me. I can't leave the palace. I stole an amulet from the Vajera ambassador. I saw him use it before. But I don't have much time. You need to find the stone. Leave Belial to me.
He did not really answer your question. How odd.
I agree with the enchantress. Number one, he didn't answer our question. Number two, that's not how magical amulets work. I can tell you as someone who is a mage, just because you've seen someone use it before, does not mean you're gonna just be able to use it. You actually have to have some skill with magic, and if he's projecting himself to this level, that's some high level illusion magic. And I don't think a kid emperor would just suddenly be able to do that amulet or not. And the fact that he said, "Leave Belial to me," kid, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against Belial? He's an archdemon. I don't think so. I think the kid's got some kind of attachment or something. That's what I think.
This place has the characteristic stench of demons. Most disgusting.
It's Belial. So long as he lives, all of Chaldeum is under siege. Uncle Deckard theorized that the demon lords leave demons in their wake, much like us leaving footprints.
Do you believe that?
Yes. The more I study my uncle's books, the more I realize that even I took his wisdom for granted.
Those are some some nice sentiments, Leah. But they're a little too late. Because even without his writings, he was telling you this the whole time you were growing up, wasn't he? Okay, so for our objectives, ow! Stop shooting at me.
Away with you!
Exactly. Okay, so for our objectives. Oh, okay. I don't know why I was so fascinated by that. So our objectives are to find the control levers and to also open the passage.
Fences are nothing.
So obviously we're going to do our best to achieve that as much as we can without getting turned around too much. And I think I hear Yes, I do. I hear a treasure goblin. It's slowed. Oh, of course. You just run out of my slow bubble. How dare you? Nope. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, Tiefy wants your treasure. Come back here. Yes! We got it. Oh. And it looks like we got a pretty cool weapon there, too. Okay. Alright, let me take a moment. Gaze into my scribe ball here. Look at the map. So we are gonna have to find some levers on the western part and for the eastern part, and then open the gate to the waterlogged passage. Okay, sounds simple enough, but with me playing this, you never know how simple something's actually gonna be for me. Hello, everyone. Here, have some magic. I brewed it up special just for you. And of course, with this being my first playthrough, I'm probably going to miss some of the secrets and some of the lore, which makes me sad because the lore is one of my favorite parts. But it's almost like this game expects you to play through it again, because some things will just spawn differently. They will just be manifested differently every time you play. So even if I tried to be thorough about it, I would probably have to play again, just because this game is designed to make you play it again anyway, even if you are trying to be thorough about it. Okay. So I'm just going to briefly go back here and see what's over here. And it looks like this is just another one of those things that wraps around, which I probably should have already guessed that. But well, we got a ruby. So that's good. Okay, so but yeah, so as I was saying earlier, like quite a bit earlier, when I was talking about streams and how doing games is not really gonna be as much of my focus, what I'm really looking forward to doing is being able to have more of a focus on writing and also some cultural analysis of things, but not like in a super heady way to just be like, oh, look how much I know, you know, because that would be so much like my dad. I would probably just throw up in my mouth a little bit, you know, because I don't really I don't really want it to be an ego thing. Uh-oh. What kind of... Okay, we got a new event, I guess. Look. Get out of the acid. No, I said get out of the acid, not warp right into it. So I'm kind of interested in having the opportunity to talk about things from a cultural perspective, but in a meaningful way that helps people feel more recognized and more appreciated in culture.
How does that feel?
Not just oh, here's how much I know, and, you know, look at me, I'm so smart and well-spoken. I really want those kind of discussions to be something useful to people, and something meaningful. That was the event. I was gonna say, those enemies just keep coming. So I guess that was the event. Cool. I guess we did something extra. Yes, it does count as a game. VR chat does. You are correct, Colleen, which I do have plans to play around in that. I actually have a 3D model in the works that a wonderful artisan Mason is his name is actually Mason, made for me, and I had some
mean to slow our advance. It will not work.
So I actually had him make something very unique. I wanted to represent my magical disc that I ride on, because I don't move like a typical humanoid. I use my magical disc as an arcane assist device. So I wanted him to build a model that could move like I move. You can kind of see a bit of a representation of it on the little bit of pixel art I have on my stream. So it was a very tall order for him to do that, but it was necessary, and I was stubborn about that because I said, no, I want to represent one way that disability can be shown in a fantasy sense. I want to represent that accurately, and I want to represent it with some class and some whimsy. So, Mason, my artisan and high-level mage friends, went above and beyond to make that for me. And so I'm really looking forward to being able to do more in that game, VR chat with my simulacrum, as it were. So you all should keep your eyes peeled for some more news about that. I still have some more work I have to do, making sure that the arcana that I need to work will work, but it's coming along fairly nicely. So let's take a look at this lore here.
The Chaldean aqueducts were created by order of the Trade Consortium Council after the Dulgar oasis was discovered 3 centuries ago. Though Chaldeum had been prosperous for many years, a reliable source of water allowed the city to grow even further. Luxurious public fountains were built to provide safe drinking water for everyone.
Well, that's good. Yeah, when you live in a desert, you need some way to get water. So unless you have a mage who knows how to conjure water and make sure it's purified, yeah, you're gonna need somebody to build something that's gonna work. Otherwise, people are going to get very thirsty, and you don't want that. And so Kali is asking me, what is the progress on that since your 500 Twitter follower sneak peek last month? More still has to be done on it, but at least from my end, I can actually begin testing some things with some of the motion capture magic, especially with a motion capture magic item that I have. I should now be able to start testing whether it can pick up my motion in that simulacrum or not. And then other than that, after I test some other bits of magic that I'm gonna need to be able to cast to you guys from an outside perspective rather than behind my eyes, like a gaze of two minds. Since I don't want it to be like that, I'm gonna have to practice with some other software to help me capture the outside view of me so you all can enjoy that. I did not move the mic closer. What happened? Did I just get really loud? Also, did I miss any of the levers in here? I might have. I'm a little bit concerned that maybe I missed something. Hold on. I'm fine, okay. Alright, so... Well, I know they're not an item that's dropped. I'm just wanting to make sure that they weren't hiding in a corner somewhere with, like, a lot of color around them saying, Tiefy, pull me! And I completely missed it. That's all I was checking for. You know, because sometimes my perception is not that great. Sometimes I don't do very well on those checks. So I'm just checking with the rest of you to make sure before I go into a completely new area. Okay. Okay. Well,
I see the lever.
I was worried for absolutely no reason. Go figure.
That's one lever down.
Okay, well, whatever. At least it was easier than I was thinking it might be. Okay. Okay.
These aqueducts did not even exist in my own time.
I'm sure they didn't, because you are from a very ancient part of history as far as the rest of these characters are concerned. Oh no. Too much lightning. I'm supposed to be the lightning person. Come on over.
The philosopher Caddis said,
Come on over.
If you want to know the truth of a city, you need look no further than the state of its infrastructure.
The Cardium is infested with demons and smells of rot.
Yes, and built on secrets.
Wow, Leah. Super wise of you. Well, if Leah takes a lot of inspiration from other people, I'm still surprised that she did not give nearly as much respect to her uncle as I think she should have. But I think she's on to something with that, though. The energy and vibe of a place and what is being built and what's functioning does give you a good idea sometimes of what you are hovering into. Because with my kingdom, we have some advancements. In our infrastructure as well, but more importantly, because we do have a culture that is very much based on making sure everyone's needs are met. the people who visit us, if they get over their superstitions of, oh, devils live there, don't go there, there's a bunch of devilkin. If they can get over that and they come visit our kingdom, most of them are very surprised about how generous and how progressive we are. And as a princess, I am very proud of that. I'm very proud of what my family stands for, which is not only a family of great mages and demon slayers, but very kind and very generous tieflings.
You dare attack me?
Yes, they dare attack you because we're right there, ready to be attacked. But it doesn't matter because we basically massacred them. But yes, I agree with Leah. You can tell a lot about what's going on with the community by the health of its infrastructure and the health of some other things around. So I think for as much as Leah wanted to... Oh, another treasure goblin. Come here. Come here, you. No, you got away again. Come here. Come here. No. Mama Tifi wants your treasure. Come here. Come here. Dang it, they're probably gonna stop me from getting the treasure goblin now, aren't they? Ugh. No, I guess somehow something else got him. Maybe. Either way, I'm kind of mad at these demons. I was busy doing something else, but
My bags are
no.
full.
Oh, your bags are full. Oh, great. Okay. Well, that means I'm gonna have to go drop some stuff off.
I need to go back.
Yes, my family history is very interesting. There are many different kind of personalities in my family.
You have sought knowledge for many years, yet you look so well preserved for your age, Adria. Just how old
Ew,
are you exactly?
that's creepy. That is something my mother would say, I'm sure. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. Gotta just put stuff in my stash, I guess. So. I'm gonna try to be kind of quick about this. I will be dealing more with this outside of streamy time. Why did I do that? I just hit the same button again. Okay. I could have just piled it all in here. Okay. Oh no, did I did not mean to equip something. I hope I did not equip it. No. Okay. No. My hands on my scribe ball are not playing nice with me right now. They are moving around doing all sorts of stuff.
New goods today. Please look.
They are moving around doing all sorts of stuff that I did not ask my hands to do. And this is one of the reasons that I'm very open about having a disability while I'm playing, so that all of you who are watching do not have big question marks over your head. No, I didn't want to equip those. Oh, well. Do not have big question marks over your head. Watching me do this, going, why is she having so much trouble moving the mouse? I really don't have this much trouble usually, but because my hands are deciding to act up. Right now, that is, whoa. That is a pretty nasty sword. That looks pretty nice, but it doesn't do a lot for any kind of recovery or anything, but still could be good. It's a lot more damage, and it does reduce resource costs by some. I suppose I might equip this. Toughness, recovery, okay. Regenerates a bit more life and gives me some fire resistance. Oh, and probably would have want to put that on actually. Except that is like two-handed though. I just realized that. So that's probably not what I want to do. So no, we're gonna keep it what it is for right now. So I'll just put that in storage. Check these boots here. Increases arcane torrent damage. Okay, lightning resistance could be good, but I don't know if that's gonna be worth the vitality stuff. And if you guys are chatting with me in chat about this, or if you want to give any input, you can, but I usually like to save inventory stuff for outside of stream time, just because it's, to do it well, it's something that I have to really think about. Oh, well, I guess I should have stopped and talked to those guys while I was there, but oh well. I'm sure I'll get back there eventually, knowing this game. And we have some resurgence of the music that used to be in the a lot of the underground cathedral areas in the first part of this game, which is an interesting choice. I really would have liked to see them do some more unique music.
Away with you!
Just personally, because I like it when music really reflects the environment, and so since we're supposed to be in a bit of a oasis type area right now, it would have been really cool to have a little bit more unique music, because I just really like the music in this game overall. So, and I'm getting slapped around big time. Nobody slaps Tiefy. Not even a bad guy.
Explore the great library of Chaldean when this is all over.
See? You're more like your uncle than you realized.
Maybe.
Oh, an
I'd like to
item
have
from
books
the
on Black
from the
Soul
treasure
Stone
goblin.
Asmodean. Something that will help me understand his theories.
Okay. Good to know. Sorry about being a little bit of an airhead right now. I feel like I am being a bit of one. But yeah, I really like the music in this game. And I would really like to... I really would like for the music here to be a little bit different than some of the areas we've seen before, but, you know, what can you do? It's like... Oh. Okay, it looks like there were probably areas up there too, back a ways that I probably should have gone and explored. But that would mean I would have to go way back to do that. If you guys don't mind me going back, I might do so, but because I'm already taking...
How does that feel?
Probably feels very crappy. I don't know anyone who would like being shocked by lightning except for those people that I have heard of through my Scribble that do enjoy a little bit of electricity in certain situations. I am not one of those tieflings. Probably because with my muscle tightness and my muscle spasms, which is actually what you were seeing there a little bit while I was dealing with inventory, would not play nicely with electric shock, not even as like a fun thing to liven things up. Oh no! Ew, these ones have worms. I don't think the other ones had worms. If they did, I didn't notice before. A lot of the enemies in the previous part of this game did.
Searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Deckard, even though it did have its...
In recent days, the aqueducts have become dilapidated and infested with vermin. The Imperial Guard has done nothing, proclaiming that the aqueducts were in tolerable condition. But I have seen them with my own eyes, and I know the truth. Many wealthy families, including myself, now prefer well water for our homes.
Very interesting. Yes, of course, in a lot of kingdoms, the good water and the good food would mostly be reserved for the royals, the nobles, but in my kingdom, we do our best to be very egalitarian with that kind of thing. We don't treat good food and water as a privilege. We treat it as a basic right. That anyone who is in our kingdom, either for a short time or for a longer period, deserves access to good, clean food and good, clean water. There's not even a question about that. Okay, it looks like I have wandered my way through most of this, so it looks like we should be okay. I'm glad that I did find that extra piece of lore, though. And then Kali asks, would you do a series of writing or D&D streams featuring your family? Yes and yes. Yes to both. I would like to do writing streams. It's going to be something very different for me because usually I like to do writing in a very private way. But I would love to be able to do some writing streams to share about my family a bit more, and I'm also still going to be excited to get artwork, so maybe I can do the writing and then also hopefully at some point have some artwork to show off as well. And as far as some D&D related streams to do with my family, I have some plans in the works for that. I'm not sure what exactly that's going to look like yet, but that is something that I'm looking
I used to get
into.
so upset when Uncle Deckard would go on and on about angels and demons. Now I would give anything to hear him tell his tales again.
Whatever, Leah. Too bad, so sad. I'm not sad for you. Okay, we did it.
Passage should lead to the desolate sands.
Ooh. Well, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I hate being mean. You know, it's not really the kind of tiefling I enjoy being, but, you know, when I've had to put up with her, like, disregarding her uncle, that's kind of why I don't. Whoa.
A secret door hidden behind a waterfall. How imaginative.
Yeah.
You would do better?
You shall see when we get to my archives.
No, I really don't. I have never trusted that Zoltan cool guy. He's not very cool in my opinion. Okay. So we are going to, of course, go to the waterlogged passage. But yeah, I don't like being a mean Tiefy. That's not me, really. But she has gotten on my last nerve a bit of Leah's stuff, so I don't really feel bad at this point. She had the opportunity and the choice to be more trusting and more respectful of her uncle, and she wasn't really being that way. So, Kali, I'm gonna ask you a question because you have played a bit more of this than I have. So, as far as a checkpoint, what do you think? Because I have no idea what comes after the aqueducts. I know that we're probably gonna head out into the desert again because of something they mentioned about the sands out there and something to do with him.
Hello? Is there anyone alive out there?
Yes there is. What are you doing in a barrel? Who stuffed you in there? What is going on? This is disturbing. Okay. Okay.
What's going on out there? Are you still alive out there?
Yes, I am, strange guy in barrel.
Hey, yes,
I'm gonna
you
help you
are.
in a second
Or
here.
you could clap.
Oh, well, even if I did clap, you wouldn't hear me, so hold on. Hello? Covetous Shin.
Thank you for releasing me. It was getting a little boring in there. I am seeking a magic crucible that legend says was hidden in these very aqueducts. It would be a valuable addition to my jeweler's tools. Help me find it, and I will be greatly indebted to you.
Jeweler's tools?
Oh, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Covetous Shen.
Were you named by your enemies?
What? I have no enemies. Everybody loves Shen.
Really? Okay. Alright, well, first of all, I am much more interested in this idea of jeweler's tools. You sound like another friend of mine in my kingdom, named Terrence. He's actually a very skilled jeweler. Although he is very kind, very sweet.
No point in standing around.
Hey, listen, Shen. If you're gonna come along for the ride and I'm gonna help you find that valuable magic item or magic piece or magic jewelry, whatever you're looking for, the least you could do
jewels?
is...
I like jewels.
I know you...
Like jewels.
I know you do. So the least you could do would be to be nice.
I can't imagine why my young partner bashed me over the head and sealed me in there. This place is quite dangerous without a knowledgeable guide.
Really?
I am to believe that you are such a guy?
Really?
Yes, I could show you around the world.
Wow, you can't imagine why someone would want to leave you to get stuffed in a barrel or stuff you in the barrel.
A mighty foe has fallen.
Yay. Another one.
What a fascinating place this is. Oh, look at all this wonderful architecture. You could walk all the way around the world and never find its like. Except for this part. I've seen this somewhere else before.
Yeah, he is about as bad as the Templar. I'd say maybe even a little bit worse.
His name was Gavin, I believe. Yes, that was it. Nice young fellow. He must still be around here also. Or perhaps he got lost. No, we're not lost, are we?
You said you were a valuable individual to have around. What are you doing being worried about getting lost? And furthermore, I'm a little bit insulted. I mean, I know I'm not like the best at finding my way around, but considering that I did well enough to find you, I think that I can at least find my way out of a paper bag when you can't even find your way out of a barrel.
Uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It was so nice when it was just us, but now we gotta deal with this Shen guy. But I imagine he's gonna be worth it.
A delightful fellow, that young Gavin. Yes, he's so willing to show an old man around the desert. And his company only cost me a small bag of gold per day.
Oh boy. Well, this Gavin type sounds like he just
smile on his face.
took you for all you were worth.
I think I've decided I rather like exploring in these aqueducts. But
why?
They so wet.
Ew. Well, that's what aqueducts are. They're full of water. So unless you're like me and you have a little bit of prestidigitation, you are gonna get wet. But then again, like me, I don't really have to worry about that.
Gavin is all right. I hope he hasn't gotten lost. This place can't be without a guide.
I'm sure he hasn't gotten lost, Shen. I think he stuffed you in the barrel, took all your money, and then said, bye, see ya. That's what I think happened.
It's mine.
He's not lost.
Gavin, it might be cursed. Here, I miswarned him.
Ooh, okay. What? No. This is not... Okay, well, he's a thief. And...
The crucible should be safe now. Pick it up. pick it up.
I will pick it up in a second. I guess I could pick it up now, but there's still places I want to go explore here.
Poor man. If I had known the crucible was cursed, I never would have brought him along. If you come see me in Chaldeum, I can show you how the crucible can combine jewel fragments.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
I've been searching for a certain jewel for a long, long time. I'm in no rush. But maybe if I go with you, I'll find it just like I found this crucible. May I come with you on your journey and make glorious jewelry for you?
That sounds like a good bargain.
Oh, the way out is just a little farther. I am starving. Do you think we'll find any good food down here?
I've
no.
seen some piles of rotting carcasses.
How do you think they would taste?
Ew!
I have heard of many strange delicacies and partaken of many upon my journeys. But, oh, you were not serious.
And that's what it looks like when you have no insight. No, Shin, she wasn't serious. And not unless you had some purified food and drink, and if you had a stomach that could maybe handle that, maybe, but I don't know who would want to eat rotten stuff.
What do you think the Coven does?
Well,
what it does?
yeah, that too.
What drives people to evil?
People will do anything for power.
I don't know why. Power can be a terrible burden.
So what do you all think in chat? You want me to explore a little bit? Or do you want me to just go straight for the straight for the opening? Yeah. Fine, I'll just go for the door then.
You go on ahead. I'm going back to town. I need to learn the spell needed to restore Cool's body. I'll meet you when you get to the archives.
Alright then. Get the blood. And get another vial from the Vault of the Assassin. Alrighty. More fetch quests. But, I think what I'm going to do, instead of doing that, is...
The same. But those others, the fallen angel, the witch, they're using you for their own ends.
And you're not using me?
Puppet. Yet the power of your birthright could make you a god.
How goes your divinity, Cool?
There's no need to be snide. Soon enough, I'll walk this world again. Then I'll show you what a Nephilim can achieve.
Okay, so we did hear before that we might be Nephilim, and this is if the Angel Tyrael didn't already make that clear. This is the cool guy Zoltan making it clear that we are no normal human, which is, I think, the game's way of trying to make it make sense why we have these powers, and also the will to go confront this evil in a way that not a lot of others do. Okay, my inventory is fine. Okay, so chat, go ahead and weigh in for me. Since I did hit a checkpoint, I could stop this here, and there's part of me that does want to do that.
How so?
It is tired. tired and heavy with sorrow.
There is part of me that wants to do that for tonight's stream. But you all let me know, because I have no idea how long the next part with getting those vials of blood is going to be, whether that's going to take, 10 or 20 minutes or longer. Kali, since you have gone a bit further in this area than I have, what would be your recommendation? Because I'm not sure if I want to stream for a bunch longer. But if it's gonna be a big area like you say, I might just go ahead and stop the stream when I get back to town, since I want to not be going for so long that I start getting tired and losing more of my stamina. So I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go back to town, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight and the cast here, and I will be picking this up next Sunday, where we will go and do more of these quests and get closer to what the mage Zoltan Cool and everyone else actually wants with us, which will give me a chance at the beginning of next cast to go talk to Leah and Tyrael and Adria as well, to see what else they have to say. I'm actually going to test out something new that I have. I have an ending screen that was made for me by a friend. I'm actually going to test it out here to see what it looks like. I hope it shows up. I'm not sure if it will, but I'm going to put my ending stream screen up briefly just to see how it looks, and this was made by my friend Uzumaki, so we're gonna see how it works, and I will see all you lovelies in my next cast. Bye!